Greetings one and all, and welcome to a fellow Bravers Games showcase of Soul Blazer, created by Quintet and published by Enix, I think it is. And now, time for the story. Wise men tell a tale late at night of a great king destroyed by the temptation of evil. The frail empire, as it was called in those days, was ruled by a powerful man, King Magritte. Kinda ironic. It seems most people thought the king was a fair and kind ruler. There were some, however, who felt the king himself was ruled by greed. One day, the king happened to overhear two guards talking about a man named Dr. Leo. Now, Dr. Leo is considered to be a great inventor and a genius. The king stayed up many nights, wondering how he could use this great inventor to make him even more money. Or wealthy, in this case. All of a sudden, the king had an idea. A bad one. He ordered his guards to capture Dr. Leo and bring him to the castle at once. Soon, Dr. Leo was brought to the castle. Kind of redundant. The king confined him in a small room and ordered him to invent a machine that would summon the king of evil, Deathtoll. Dr. Leo finally completed the machine. The king instantly called upon Deathtoll, hoping they might strike a deal. After many days, the deal was complete. The king would bring Deathtoll all living creatures, and in return, Deathtoll would give him a gold piece for each. One by one, all living creatures began to disappear. Soon, the world was completely empty. Two people were watching this catastrophe, who did nothing at all this time. The master and you, his follower. The king was very foolish to be tempted by evil. However, I will give him another chance. You must go down to earth and revive the world, the master said. On a ray of light, you descended to earth, a warrior sent to revive the living and punish evil. A soul blazer! Yep, that's our story, folks. Turns out a silly king decided the best idea would be to make a deal with an all-evil demon just so he can get money. Anyway, on to the game. Now, this is our main menu, and obviously these are our save files. But we will start a new game because we don't have one. A voice came from above. My follower, since you will be able to speak with all living things, you should have a name. Please choose a name for yourself. Now, I've been wondering about this for a while now, of who to call this person, but after much deliberation, I think that's the word, but after much thinking about it, I decided we should call this guy by one name that best suits him. And I'm sure some of you will probably appreciate this reference. Betty. Yep, we're going as Betty. Betty? What an interesting name. Alright, with two L's, go and save the world for all creatures. Right, this is our main base of operations. Looks pretty, but you can't really do much. It's just teleportation room. This is the save room, as well as, I don't know what to call it. It's just a save. Let's see. We'll go into this teleporter because we can't go into any others, as you can tell. This is, we count our tutorial, so to speak. First things first, we shall get the Sword of Life. Now, for the love of God, equip this weapon. Because back in the day when I was young, I thought that this would automatically equip onto you. But instead, I ran into an enemy thinking my sword was already equipped, when in actual fact it wasn't. Right, now with that embarrassing story out of the way, let's get killing! Now, the thing you have to keep in mind is with Betty here, is that you do the most damage when you attack from your left side. Otherwise, any other way, and it won't do as much damage. Even blindsidedly missing with the right side. Now, this is what I think is called a soul cage. But I think you will understand once I do this. Now, as you see, we release someone. Let's talk to this person. I used to live up in the sky, just like you. Now, I am living on Earth, away from the Master. All the creatures that have been captured by Deathtoll are sealed away in monsters' lairs. I don't know why I prefer my term soul cage. Just as you have set me free, you must free everyone. Even the release of a small tree or creature. They will aid you in your quest. Here, take this. Betty received the flame ball magic. Now we will join you. I am a magician, so I can use all types of magic. I will use my skills to help you. Remember this. I need gems in order to use magic. When you set me free, the monsters left some small spheres of gold. This is what a gem looks like. You don't say. All right, let's work together to revive the world. We must go to the Grass Valley Shrine. And as you can tell, we now have a little orb friend with us. He will be a little useful at times, but mostly you won't be using him at all. You'll see what I mean during this whole playthrough. Let's go. And now this portal has opened up. So now when they said Deathtoll took everything, they literally meant it. Look at that. Look at this. He just left rocks behind. Not even left a single stick of chewing gum. Rude, I tell you. Now, there's only one place we can go, and it's down here. Betty heard a small voice. There are many creatures being held in the underground castle. If you can release those creatures, the village will be reconstructed. Now, you'll be probably wondering, who the heck was talking to us? Now, this may be obvious because I'm standing in front of it, but this thing was talking to us. Yep, a tulip was talking to us. Yeah, one thing you'll learn is that this Betty here can talk to animals and even plant life. But why the heck Deathtoll left that single plant here, I'd have no idea. Anyway, this is the first dungeon. And we go. And the thing about these dungeons are, more times than any, you have to go slashy slashy, ask questions later. And then we release. Sometimes these monsters' lairs will open up entrances to other areas of the dungeon. So you have to make sure you open every last one of them. Right, what are we releasing now? Betty released an old woman. You hear a sigh coming from inside the house. That was very useful, wasn't it, to know? Let's see, let's go up here. Oh my god, pineapples! Walking monstrous pineapples! Kill! And I just couldn't believe I ever walked into that one. Oh well. And your standard slime monster. Get back here. Oi! And... ah, treasure chest. What's in it? Medical herb. Right. This will be useful, I think. Your HP will be refilled to if your life meter reaches 0. Yep, says what it says on the tin. Or lack thereof of a tin. So, let's equip it. But while we're here, let's also equip some magic on this. The flame ball magic. I will show what that does much later. Right now, let's... ah, stupid pad. Ah. So I had to clear my throat there, folks. I've been recently trying to recover from a cold I recently had. Oh god, don't want to get hit by that. Okay, Mr. Flame Turret, you have lived far too long. Betty heard a faint voice coming from the jewel in the that way corner. Alright, come over here. I will give you some advice. Don't forget to equip things that you wish to use, or they will not work. Really? You couldn't tell me this sooner. I don't know, like in the first area we were at that required us to equip a weapon? Oh jeez, well thank you very much. You know what, I probably wouldn't have lived without knowing that piece of information. But we get experience points for that. Would you like to return to Grass Valley? We can go back whenever we want by using the jewels, but for now, we will stay. Come back whenever you feel like returning to Grass Valley. Yeah, sometimes they'll impart wisdom to you about the game's mechanics, but so far I wouldn't know if they're useful yet. It's been that long since I last played this game. Okay, we got stairways now that lead up here. Right. Let's get... ow, frick. Oh, god dang it. I need to... It's one of those things you need to learn, folks, when it comes to this game. Sprite positioning, it needs to be perfected sometimes. We released a tool shop owner. Owner, apparently, not owner. Right. I dislike you guys already. So, how about we get rid of you, so then everyone can live happily ever after, and I can get 12 gems out of it. 12 golden spheres. That'll be so useful. Oh god, pineapples. Oh god dang it. I'm on one of my off days, obviously. I seem to suffer from a certain Let's Player syndrome, it seems. Basically, I play more worse when I record. What do we release now? Betty released a tulip. Betty began to hear a small voice. There once was a watermill here before the village was destroyed. I hear there is a man in the mill who runs the elevator in the underground castle. A man? Okay, that might be useful information to know. Let's see, let's go this way. On the treadmill. Now these guys are easily exploitable in their AI. As you can tell, they only fire in one direction, and if you stand on their side, they'll try and fire at you, but they don't exactly work. Don't know why it does that though. You think the AI would be more clever. But it released the bridge guard. And we released the man, obviously. Let's go down here. Oh god, no. if there's anything much worse than big enemies, it's really tiny enemies that if you're not careful can really do a number on you. Especially if there's especially if there are many of them. Let's see, need to get rid of you. And we got a level up. And as you can tell, we have a little bit more health than we did. By the way, as a little side note, yes, we got a dream rod. As a little side note, this game, I forgot whether it's considered the spiritual sequel. I think it's the spiritual sequel to a game called ActRaiser. Literally, they use the same sound effect for the guy's, let's see, for the guy's pain. Well, when he gets hit, you hear a sound that basically sounds like the ActRaiser guy. Now, here's something I want to show you guys. With pressing the shoulder buttons, you can stick your sword out and do this. Stabby, stabby. Stabby, stabby. Now, this is very useful, especially for doing a little something else. Let's see if I can do this. No, it's not the magic spell. No, it's not the spell either. Is this the spell? Yes, you can do that. And you can bring gems close to you, like so, by attracting them with your sword. Ah, frick. I hate when I press the wrong button. You get stabbed. Strange thing is, sometimes enemies will run into your sword when you have it out. Released an IV. That strangely looks like a ladder. Hint, hint. You know, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, that sort of thing. Oh god, no, we don't want you. Right, let's go here. Ah, frick. Let's lure enemies out, so then we can... And we release this. Let's see, what's down here? More slime monsters and more of these idiots. Let's get rid of them. Now what we've released onto the world. Betty released the Watermill Keeper. A man's voice came from inside the watermill. Darn it! This stupid wheel! It's so hard to turn! Sounds like he's having a bit of trouble. But we shall not deal with that just yet. So I'm surprised that would be his first concern. But then again, he probably was just working on that before he got taken away. What? I am an elevator invented by Dr. Leo. I cannot move unless the watermill is turning. Yeah. Remember when I said we could talk to living things? That thing's made of wood, so it can talk to us. Yeah. We can't do anything else here, so we're gonna have to go back to the watermill in town. Wait a minute, if that thing's made of wood, does that mean everything else that is made of wood in here is talking to me? Yeah, let's ignore that question and just pretend we're not crazy. And let's go back to town. Now, as you can see, folks, the town is small right now, but we are doing a lot more progress. Well, it's a bit of progress, I would say, to what we were doing, to what we had before, but I think now is a good time to put an end to this recording. So, what will we do next video? Well, you just have to wait and see, won't you? Till next time, folks. Until next time.